love my intro song, DJ Quads. Oh, I bet his legs are so and muscular. Liam, please don't pull out those pots. So I'm always watching where I step in my kitchen because there's always something on the floor because I have a 1-year-old boy who likes to go through the cupboards and pull shit out. Man, yeah, I was just watching Fighter and the Kid podcast and they had Michael Rapaport on there, who, I don't know if I first saw him on Friends, but he definitely was on Friends and he played a boyfriend of Phoebe's until he shot a bird off of their windowsill. So she broke up with him. And to be honest, I thought I always liked him, and then I watched his podcast and he seemed like kind of a douche. I made a comment about that, and not just to Theo, he wasn't just douchey, he was douchey to all of them, because they were talking about Theo Vaughn, but he was douchey to like Brian and Brandon, but then somebody said, oh, it's just like his shtick, it's part of the act, blah blah blah. But man, I don't know, it's just something I'm over, being an asshole to somebody to try to be funny. It's not that funny to me. But anyway, the reason why I got onto that is because Brendan Schaub, ex-fighter, he does a whole bunch of shit in entertainment. But I've seen Brian do this too before. They sit there cross-legged, like at the knee, not even like this, full-on cross-legged. And that's always been a little pet peeve of mine, is when dudes sit cross-legged like that at the knees. Like, don't you have anything down there that's getting squished? No, nothing. Okay. So one time I was at Saul's house and we were chilling in his backyard and he had a bunch of his friends over, and it was the first time I met, I think, all of them. And for some reason, I don't know, I must have smoked something with the fucking truth serum in there and my filter was just non-existent. And I fucking, for some reason, felt the need to... I feel so bitchy saying this. I felt the need to go around and like say what all my pet peeves were, because there was one guy sitting cross-legged like that. I'm like, oh, I hate when guys sit cross-legged like that. And another guy was wearing socks and sandals. Like, I hate socks and sandals. And there was something else. There was like 3 or 4 things that I said about these people as I first met them for the first time. Just as soon as I said it, I'm like, man, why did I say that? Which has happened quite a few times in my life, where I'll say something and right away I regret it. But in mouth, oh. Yeah. So anyway, sorry Saul. I don't know what was up with me at that time. I do apologize. You're probably like, Katie, what the fuck? Maybe I thought I was being funny and it just came out bitchy. Like Michael Rapaport. Oh, I should really empathize with him more, so now maybe he thought he was being funny and just sounding douchey. I should give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll keep watching. I'll keep watching, Mike. Oh, but yeah, don't mind my taffy shirts here. I like them separately. I put them together because I'm going to a Halloween party with my boys this afternoon. And I don't really have a costume, per se. But I thought, this is my Beetlejuice shirt, so I'll wear it. Because I fucking love Beetlejuice. I went to Universal Studios in Florida a few years back, probably like 10 years ago now, and I went with my aunts and my mom, and we saw this one play, and it was like the Monsters of Hollywood or something like that, but Beetlejuice was in it, and he made some joke, I think, about taking his pants off for some reason. I don't know, but the whole audience was quiet, except for me. I'm like, yeah! I got super excited about it. Beetlejuice taking his pants off. Like I said before, I'm attracted to the weird ones. I don't know. Ghost with the most. The most what? The most cock. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Zeus. One time I was working in a call center, which, oh my God, those jobs, call center jobs are the fucking worst. But if you get lucky and you're with some cool people around you, then it's bearable. It was in Sarnia, and beside me was my buddy Tyson. I'll never forget it. I was sitting next to him, and we both get off a phone call, and he's like, he just hung up on me. I'm like, what? The customer just hung up on him? On you for no reason? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what'd they say? And he's like, I just asked him to spell his name. I'm like, well, what was his name? And he goes, his name was Jesus. And so Tyson asked him, like, can you spell your name for me? And he's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. And click. I'm like, Tyson, Jesus is Jesus. It's just pronounced Jesus. He's like, really? Oh! So yeah, Tyson, I think of you every time I hear the name Jesus or Jesus. I guess it could be worse, eh? Could think of you when I hear worse names. Yeah, he plays violin, and thought that was pretty cool. He's posted a few videos on YouTube, so I'll link him up. And hopefully you keep doing it, buddy. Keep posting more, because I love seeing you play. And unfortunately, I don't get down there to see you nearly as often, if ever. So I'm sorry. Oh, and I'm proud to say, I mentioned before on podcasts that I want to get back into stand-up again. I really miss it. Something about just making a whole room full of people laugh is amazing. It's just such a great feeling to be able to bring that positivity and energy and lift up the room. So yeah, don't mind my Tupperware. But anyway, sorry, sidetracked. So we live in a small town right now, Mount Forest, Ontario, and it's a decently small town. You know, like any place, there's the downfalls, but then there's the good things about it too. And I work home hardware on the weekends, and saw a poster that we put up there about the 9th annual Firefighters Benefit, and it's a comedy show hosted by Yuks. And I saw that maybe a couple weeks ago, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, because they don't have like a comedy place here for regular comedy events. It's, you know, a rare thing that comes by, I guess. So I thought about it, and then finally I watched A Wrinkle in Time on Netflix, which was really good. And it just, I don't know, sometimes you need to see something or something triggers you and it inspires you and kicks you in the ass to do the things that you want to do. So that's what it did for me. I couldn't sleep later that night after watching it. My mind was just flying a mile a minute. And I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to see if I can get in on that comedy show. So I contacted people at work, found out who I could contact, who does the booking for the show, shot him a phone call, an email, text, and it ended up, okay, unfortunately, I was a little bit too late in trying to get in on the show. They already had the contracts and everything for the comic. And I wrote back, I'm like, I totally understand, that's cool. Last thing I want to do is steal stage time from somebody, especially if, like, you know, they already have their slot. They've earned that time. I'm not stepping on anybody's toes because I have good ethics, okay? I understand respect and ethics amongst comedians. So I'm not going to be a fucking cunt about that. But he did extend an invitation for me to perform at next year's event, the 10th annual show. So you know what? Even though it's a year away from now, I'm excited about it. I started thinking about it. I have a lot of fire-related close call stories that I think would be entertaining to share. So it gives me a year to polish up my act about fire issues, and I'm excited about it. Yeah. You know, now that I think about it now more, thinking about being in the backyard of Saul's house, and when I said all that shit to those guys that I didn't even know, I'm thinking maybe I was just trying to start conversation. Now that I think about it, I think that's what I was trying to do. But no, I just got dead silence. And then I felt like, oh, I'm an asshole. Sorry. I'll go now. And then one time it was just me and Saul in his backyard, and we were chilling there. At the end of his backyard, it was all fenced off, and at the end of his yard was an alleyway. And this fucking cat came running down up the alleyway, up over the fence, and then jolted towards us in the backyard, but then hopped over the fence on the other side or something. But as the cat was running towards Saul, okay, I'm 5'2", Saul's big, tall, black dude, I don't know, at least 6'2", good foot above me. So, just because he's such a big, tall guy, it was even more funny to me to see. He sees this cat running at him, he fucking bolts it towards the house, and he's up by the door ready to go when he's looking. And I'm just dying. I'm like, so it's just a cat. It's just a cat. Oh my God. That's still a really funny memory of me that I have of you, man. And I'm so sorry to laugh at your expense. But that shit was funny. I'm trying to think, is there any time that I was ever scared by a cat or a dog like that? The only time I ever got bit by a dog was by a little fucking Jack Russell Terrier. Jesus Christ, one of those dogs you want to fucking kick? Yeah, that's why. But to be perfectly fair, I shouldn't blame the dog. It was his owner, Jeremy Van Ravensway. I wonder if you remember this. You should remember this. It was before you moved, way before you moved out. We was at your mom's house. And I think I went through with Kelly Hauser, yes. And we walked in and you were chilling there with some people and you're like, oh, I can't remember your dog's name. But he's like, get her, get her, get her. And so, yeah, the dog listened to his owner and he fucking got me. He bit me right on the leg, like right here. Oh, man. I was like, Jeremy, what the fuck, man? So that was fun. Thanks, dude. Speaking of being scared of animals, there was one time when we were in high school and we had, I don't know what was going on that day. It was kind of like a free day. Like everyone was just kind of there, but not really working. It must have been like the last day of summer or last day before vacation, like a March break or something like that. Now I'm going to be dating myself. At the time, that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway, was super popular. And if you don't know what that is, it's a, not sketch comedy. Oh, it's like improv comedy. Drew Carey hosted it. So we thought it'd be fun, me and my friends, to do that sort of same thing. We'd start doing improv. This girl, who I was very good friends with in high school, throughout high school, it was me and her on stage, and I was gonna come in the door as a character, and we're gonna start the improv from there, right? So I decided I would come in as a dog. I didn't want to come in as a person. I wanted to mix it up. So I came in as a dog, and I came in, oh, I'm tipping here. I came in barking. On my hands and knees, crawling, because, you know, you gotta get into character. And I just came in, ruff, 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 ruff. And I wasn't, like, fucking scary or nothing, but my friend broke down and started crying. And I was, like, confused and wondering what the fuck is going on. And I didn't understand why she broke down and started crying. But I think it was, like, not long after that, she stopped hanging out with us. So I don't know if it was me, like, I don't know, am I just that much of an asshole? Was I not, like, sensitive to her because she was crying over that? I don't know. I don't remember how that whole scene played out fully. But I remember being, like, having the thought, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you crying over barking dog? That's not even a real dog. I'm obviously not gonna bite you. What the fuck? But it just freaked her out. And then I think maybe she was embarrassed. Yeah. She was embarrassed, probably. But it doesn't mean to stop being friends with me. Oh, I thought that was weird. But you know what? I find you've got to laugh at your downfalls. You can't take life so seriously that you can't laugh at your own flaws and faults. I'm not going to tag you, but girl, if you happen to be watching this, I just want you to know I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you, and I'm pretty sure I said sorry at the time. I don't know. Hopefully I did. I should have. It just sucks. You never know what you could do that could push somebody away forever. Yeah. And I've stuck my foot in my mouth so many times in my life. I've probably pushed a lot of people away doing shit like that. They're just saying weird shit. Push them away or weed them out. That's a good way of looking at it. I don't know. If you don't have glasses, consider yourself lucky that you don't have to fucking wipe your eyeballs every time you get them wet. I thought about dyeing my hair green just for today to go with the Beetlejuice costume I have, because I don't really have like a full costume, so I thought that could add to it a bit. But honestly, I've never seen anybody with green hair that actually looks fucking good. Looks terrible. Looks like snot. Looks like you went and kept on wiping back. No, thank you. So recently I touched base with a guy I went to high school with, Brian Murray. Him and his friend Scott and I, they have a little, I don't say a little, I don't say little to demean, I just mean they're starting out as some, I guess, a comedy duo. They've started creating songs and posting songs on YouTube, and they have a few more in the works that they're working on. I told them they definitely should do a podcast of their own, which they're thinking of. It's called BS Rants, so tag them up. And we were even brainstorming collaborating with something, so that would be fun, because I love sketch comedy and I have quite a few ideas. So I threw that out to them, and you know what? If something happens with it together with that, that'd be cool. I like seeing people who I know from my past do exciting things. I want to see people succeed. Even if it was someone I didn't like back in high school or whenever I knew them, I still want to see people succeed and do good. I remember one time, I know Brian because I was dating a guy named Scott, and he was dating a girl named Jill. And Jill and Scott were friends, so then me and Brian started hanging around each other in that little circle. So at one time, me, Scott, Jill, probably Chelsea, we went to visit Brian, who was working at it's called Attercliffe Station, and they sold ice cream there. There was this new ice cream that they got. I don't know what it was, but he wanted us to try it. So he scooped a piece and he handed it to me, and instead of me taking it, I was about to take it, and he's like, just take it. So I ate it off the spoon while he was holding it. That was it. It's not like I did it sexually. It's not like, oh, like fucking deep throating the spoon or nothing. I didn't even touch his hand at all. But oh my god. That was a mistake, because Jill gave me a fucking death glare, and I knew right then she probably fucking hated me even more. Never got good, loving vibes from her, but I think she tolerated me being around. Whatever. I can't let other people's hate stunt my happiness. No, I refuse to let that happen. But, you know, I kind of see where she was coming from. Because, actually, while I was dating Scott, there was this other chick who, she was older than us. She was out of school, but I don't know, I can't remember her name now. But she loved Evanescence, the band. And because she loved them so much, I fucking hate that band. I think it was me, Scott, probably Chelsea, and this other girl, I can't remember her name now. Anyway, Scott was eating a popsicle, and this chick wanted to try that flavor popsicle. So he handed it to her, and I think she took it. I don't know. I don't know if she took it from him or if he held it. But she like deep throat the popsicle, and like seductively, the way that I did not do. And then he kept eating it again. I was like, what the fuck is this? But I mean, okay, that was a high school relationship. When you're in high school, the little things like that make such a big difference, right? It's funny now. I can laugh at it now. I wonder if he remembers that. Scott Murray, do you remember that? I was not happy. But anyway, I must go. I've got many things to do today. Remember, be careful who you feed and how you feed them. You never know what enemies you may be making. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe.
Peace.